Welcome to the Daily Business and Finance Show. Steel giants merge as Nippon acquires U.S. Steel, Coupang's big move with Farfetch acquisition, Apple's trillion-dollar journey amid watch sales halt, fraud lands Nikola founder in prison, Oppenheimer's buy versus sell ideas by sector, union outcry over U.S. Steel sale to Nippon, Adobe Figma merger hits regulatory roadblock, and stock market updates with NASDAQ and S&P bull run continuation. Stay tuned after this short ad break for a deep dive into these headlines. The Nippon Steel Corporation of Japan is poised to purchase United States Steel at a rate of $55 per share. This represents a premium of 40% on its final price. The deal, which will be conducted entirely in cash, has an estimated value of approximately $14.9 billion. As a result, Nippon's yearly crude steel capacity will rise to 86 million tons, further broadening its international presence. It is anticipated that the transaction will be finalized by the third quarter of 2024.
Coupang, a leading e-commerce company from South Korea, is on the verge of purchasing the business and assets of Farfetch, an online luxury retailer. This transaction is supported by Greenoaks, an investment partner. As part of this agreement, Farfetch will receive a capital injection of $500 million. However, it's important to note that shareholders might not be able to recoup their investments. Additionally, it's anticipated that Farfetch will be removed from the listing on the New York Stock Exchange.
Wedbush Securities forecasts that Apple will lead the pack as the first company to attain a market cap of $4 trillion by 2024. This is in spite of potential prohibitions on iPhone sales in China. The credit for this prediction goes to analyst Dan Ives, who cites robust growth and monetization as key factors. He notes high demand for the iPhone 15 in both American and Chinese markets. Furthermore, Ives underscores Apple's services business as a major player, with its potential worth estimated at up to $1.6 trillion.
Commencing December 21st, Apple will cease the sale of its Watch Series 9 and Ultra 2 models in the United States. This decision is a result of a patent dispute with Masimo, a medical technology company. The International Trade Commission determined in October that Apple's blood oxygen feature violated Masimo's patents. Although Apple disagrees with this verdict, they will adhere to it while concurrently investigating legal and technical alternatives to recommence sales at the earliest opportunity.
The founder of Nikola Corporation, Trevor Milton, has received a 4-year prison sentence for his involvement in securities and wire fraud. A jury in New York found him guilty of misrepresenting details about the company. As a result, an arbitration panel granted Nikola a sum of $165 million plus interest to be paid by Milton.
Analysts from Oppenheimer forecast that the bull cycle, initiated in October 2022, is back on track as the S&P 500 exceeds its peak from July. Their recommendation is to purchase shares in corporations such as Tesla and Apollo Global Management, while offloading stocks like Chevron Corporation and Coca-Cola. The company is on standby for a reading surpassing 70% to validate a market breakout.
The United Steelworkers Union has voiced criticism towards the proposed sale of U.S. Steel to Nippon Steel, a deal worth $15 billion. The union's main concern is the absence of consultation, and they are calling on regulators to thoroughly examine this transaction. It's important to note that the union had previously shown support for a potential deal with Cleveland-Cliffs. However, U.S. Steel declined this in preference for Nippon's cash offer.
The merger between Adobe and Figma, valued at $20 billion, has been cancelled due to regulatory obstacles presented by the European Commission and the UK Competition and Markets Authority. Although both companies disagree with these findings, they have decided to continue their operations independently. Following this news, Adobe's shares experienced a rise of 1.7%. This led Barclays to upgrade its rating for Adobe from equal weight to overweight.
United States stocks concluded Monday on a high note, extending a rally that has been ongoing for 7 weeks. The Nasdaq Composite experienced an increase of 0.61%, whereas the Dow Jones Industrial Average remained mostly static due to a decline in shares from Boeing and Apple. The S&P 500 saw an addition of 0.45%. This upward trend coincides with activity in the mergers and acquisitions sector, with the most noteworthy deal being Nippon Steel's acquisition of U.S. Steel for $14.9 billion. Despite these positive developments, there are lingering doubts about Wall Street's ability to maintain this rally as we transition into the new year. And that's a wrap on the Daily Business and Finance Show. Stay savvy, stay informed, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, keep thriving. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. It's been a pleasure, until we meet again tomorrow. This content is sourced from the Seeking Alpha website, so support our podcast by becoming a Seeking Alpha Premium subscriber. See the show notes page for links to sign up. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. This podcast provides information only and should not be construed as financial or business advice. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.